I've got a redeemer. Because when I was singing deep in sin, far from the living shore, very deepest pain within sin to rise no more. Then it captured off the ship right by the despairing cry from the waters, from the waters, from the waters. He lifted me, now so safe and right, God lifted me up. That indescribable experience. I was dying. God saw fit to save me. Look at the young people that are here today. And I know you got a lot of questions about life. I know you got a lot of questions about faith. I know you wonder why so many of us who are a little bit older than you, or a lot older than you, sit up here and rock and moan and cry and shout. Some of us speak in tongues. Some of us fall out and sing in the Spirit. And when we just out of the name of Jesus, there's a joy that comes over us. It's because of what God has done in our lives. And even though we can't see Him, even though you can't see Him, we know that He's there. We know that He's brought us from a mighty long way. Put food on the table, clothes on our backs, shoes on our feet, roof over our head, given us a place to stay, and saved us over and over and over and over again. Brought us out of darkness, put us on a thing called faith, and showed us a good way to live. All we had to do was have faith. Some of us have done drugs. Some of us have been drunks. Some of us have been thieves and robbers and in old gangs in old days. Some of us have been down and out, been homeless. Some of us have been on our very last dime, holding our shoes, holding clothes, raggedy, dirty, smelly. But it's because of what the Lord did when we first believed. And you may be too young to know the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, but something I got to tell you. Keep on living. You keep on living, you get to understand the power of prayer. You keep on living, you get to understand God's miracles. You keep on living, you get to realize how good God is. You keep on living, you get to realize that when you're down to your last, you can't even feed your baby. Somehow or another, out of nowhere, comes milk, comes money, comes passion, comes family, comes the way out of nowhere. And you don't know where you came from, but once you know that you pray, and you ask, you say, God help me. God answers your prayer. That's how you get to know how real God is. When you don't have anywhere else to turn. And then suddenly out of nowhere, the very thing that you need doesn't come just for what you ask for, but it comes in abundance over and over and over and more and more and more. I had two cousins. Some 35 years ago, did a robbery in Newark. They killed the stall. Neither one of them would tell who pulled the trigger in the dark. So they put them both in jail and sentenced them to die. They stayed on death row in Broadway State Prison for some 25 years. And my uncle and I prayed and prayed and prayed. The first execution date came. They got a stay of execution. The second day of execution came. They got another stay of execution. The third, fourth, fifth, and sixth execution days came. They got stays of execution. Family kept praying. The seventh and eighth days of execution But by the ninth, they commuted their sentence. Within 2 years after that, they got paroled. Making waves. They were supposed to die. That's how you know God is real. Oh, yeah.
See, Paul desired only one thing, and that was not to be judged by such spiritual experiences, but to be judged by what's really essential, which was that they saw in his life and what they heard him preach and teach. I don't want to be judged by what you think. I want to be judged by the word that I preach, what I teach, and the word of God. That my life becomes an example. One of the things that I have a problem with is preachers who do dirt during the day and night, and then they come back in the pulpit and they expect for people to respect them. They run the streets and they whoremonger around and they backslide. They run up in and out of bars and they drink and hang out in the clubs and they party all night, driving it down like it's hot. Then they want to go wrong with this woman and that woman. They got a wife at home. And then they want to come jump up in a pulpit and preach the word of the living God to the masses, and then they expect to be taken seriously. I have a friend who's a preacher, wants to be a pastor again. He pastored a church. But the pastor who he covered for got well and came back and took his pulpit back. He was living with this young woman. Wasn't married to her. Called himself a roomer. He lived as a roomer in her house. Next thing you know, he moved into her bedroom. They wound up having a child. They weren't married. And now he's running around here wondering why he can't get a pulpit. And I said simply, my brother, you want to preach the word of God. But you have to live before the people the example of something. Doesn't mean you're perfect. But you strive for righteousness' sake. You can't be shacking up, having babies out of wedlock, and you want to tell somebody what the Ten Commandments and the Beatitudes say. What the Word of God says. Nobody will take you seriously. But Paul wanted to be judged by the way he lived his life. He could have boasted about the truth of his experiences in detail. But he wouldn't do that for fear that people would think too highly of him, exalting the person who was or who has had some unusual experiences. It's always his dangerous. That's why Paul kept his experience to himself. He wanted the people to know that the absolute essential life was the testimony of his pure life and witness for the Lord. It's not about who you are. And it's not about what you've done, but it is about what you do for Christ. Because only what you do for Christ will last. Only what you do for God will last. Only what you do will work out what you do for yourself. You try to pump yourself up and be all this and that and that and shit.